Won't tell me what's going on. Just that I violated a protective order. I'm like, no, I didn't. I guarantee you I did not. I can show you evidence. Tell me, and they wouldn't even listen to me this time. They had no idea what was going on. So I got taken in. I'm in there, and they're holding me, and they're like, "You'll get to talk to the judge in the morning." Well, guess what? It's Friday, so I was big. I didn't get to talk to a judge till Monday. So I'm held in solitary confinement for the entire 3-day weekend. For the time I got there until Monday, I finally get in front of a judge, and then I find out that I'm no bonded. I'm standing in line. I'll never forget this. Standing in line behind two felons, and they both got bonded out. These guys are multiple felons. They both got
Wow.
bonded out. I walk up there with a spotless record, and they won't grant me a bond
Wow.
because I've already got a violation of a protective order on my record. So
Mm.
they were gonna hold me there until my court date 5 months later. Here I am, somebody who's never been in trouble with the law my entire life, and I'm being told I'm going to be held in jail. And I was like, well, I'm being treated for stage 3 colon cancer. And they were
Mm.
just like, well, tough luck, essentially. My
Mm.
attorney finally got me out on an ankle monitor 23 days later. And
Wow.
I had to be on house arrest for the rest of the time. You know what that turned out? Eventually, I got exonerated because we did get into court. Turns out she had created what the judge called a Bigfoot video in order to try to incriminate me, and had showed it to an officer, and that officer went to a magistrate and told the magistrate, I've seen a video of this man, gave my name, violating a protective order. And on those grounds, I was arrested and held for 5 months.
All
So
just trying to be a father.
yeah,
Wow.
so all of this, going through all of that, was enough for me to just, I was just like, this is ridiculous. This is a minefield that nobody could predict. I'm not a stupid man. And here I am going through all of this hell. I thought I was going to die while I was in there because, I mean, I had stage 3 colon cancer. I'd already been told my chances were minimal that I was going to live anyway, and then here I am in jail. It's almost guaranteed I'm not going to make it now. So I thought I was going to die. And that experience was what convinced me that when I get this all ironed out, I am never going to let another father go through this alone. Because
Mm.
I know when I reached out to a number of different organizations that were out there, and nobody would talk to me, nobody would help me. There was just nothing. There was nobody to talk to. And you talk to your therapist, they don't understand. You call a crisis hotline. I was a crisis hotline operator, so I tried a crisis hotline. They didn't understand. There was nobody that knew of any resources that you could get. There's nothing.
Absolutely.
There was nothing out there. So I was like, well, this is absurd. I don't ever want another father to go through this alone. So I guess, did that answer your question in a really long roundabout way there?
No, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Cause a lot of people don't understand the struggles that we have to go through as fathers.
Yeah.
And um a lot of people think it's just like some colored type black and white type deal. No, we all gotta go through the same, like we gotta go through that same struggle. So the court systems are always set up for the mother. And when we get there, like just personal experience, man, I've been going through court, I say almost 2 years now, and the other party is just doing what they want to at court, and nothing is happening. Like, so I was arrested for missing court one time. You know what I'm saying? So I was, and I didn't even realize I had court. I'm driving with somebody, I get pulled over, and I'm in jail for missing court. This person is obligated to attend these visits that are only an hour every 2 weeks, and out of 28 visits, that person has missed 10 visits. And I had at the time, well, I still have to, but it's getting switched over because I had won my case a couple weeks ago. But For the last year and a half, I've been traveling 100 miles for 1 hour, and this person is not showing up. Now, mind you, I missed one court date. I went to jail. You know what I'm saying? And I came to court with the proof of what's happening, and they didn't care. They wasn't trying to see none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the judge literally said, like, I can't do anything because she's missing visits, knowing that my daughter is crying the entire time from going to the visits all the way back home because I'm the primary caretaker. You know what I'm saying? So crying her ass because she wants her mom. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I appreciate you answering that and the extent that you did because transparency is everything.
Yeah.
Um, we're here to let these fathers know that you guys don't have to go through this by yourself. Like is we're here, man. Like reach out. Like I'm actually looking into taking like trauma classes and anything I can do in that area because I became an outlet for people intentionally but unintentionally, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand the magnitude of how much I can help. So when I was scrolling and I came across you guys' pages, I'm like, wow, this is really, really amazing. Like, and then there's multiple pages you guys have, and I'm like, wow, this is dope, man. So if you can, man, just talk about what type of resources or just even, you know what I mean, what are the pages for in general?
Okay, so I've only got 3 minutes left before I've got another call.
Yes,
I
sir.
like I said, I do 8 of these calls a day, and I have a guy coming up here in a couple of minutes. But real quick, there's the Dad to Dad Peer Support platform is our big thing. I only have a Facebook page. I'm not really too much into social media, but I have it because I've realized that that's advertising. You pretty much need social media presence.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
so I'm working on that. If you look it up, Dad to Dad Peer Support platform, or you can look up the Unmarried Father page, which is Ryan Powell's page that I'm the behind the scenes guy, or Zach Martin's page, which is Kids Deserve Dads, where he's actually finished law school, and the bar association's keeping him from becoming an attorney because he spoke out against family court while he was in court.
Wow. Of course.
So
Of course.
yeah, so we're trying to provide resources as much as possible. We're all working hard to do it in our own ways, and we're meshed together to try to help as many people as we can. So, but the dad to dad thing's kind of going to be the core where we're going to try to make things happen, and we're going to have a podcast off of it and all that kind of stuff as well. So, I look forward to joining you out in podcast world.
Yes,
Never
sir. Yes,
thought
sir.
never
Hey,
thought I wanted to do it, but I've been kind of convinced that it's a necessity. So,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, get the awareness out, man.
yes, sir.
I greatly appreciate your time, sir. Thank you so much, first and foremost, for your patience and your incredible testimony and story, sir. I'm sure that this will be impactful to my audience. If there's anything I can help you guys with, you guys' way, please. And if you guys can be a resource for me as well, I would love to send people to your guys' way. And vice versa, man.
Yeah, definitely, reach out to me on my email address is dad to dad coach at proton.me. So if anybody needs anything, they can't find those Facebook pages or they don't have Facebook or something like that, please definitely reach out to me on that. And you too. I mean, definitely let's stay in touch. Let's make sure that we're all networking. I'm also networked with a lot of other organizations as well through what we're calling the strategic coalition, through like the National Parenting Organization, Americans for Equal Shared Parenting. Um, uh, Most of the big organizations out that are working on legislation, especially, we're networking to make sure that we're all kind of focused and moving in the same direction to try to create change. So I really
Oh man,
appreciate you having me on, and keep up the good work, man. I really appreciate you.
no, absolutely. Thank you so much from Full Time Father Podcast. We out. You have a good one, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye. That was fire. That was fire. If y'all don't know, man, I was scrolling and came across their page, man, and I was extremely inspired. So I'm hoping y'all got something for that. This is my first time trying to use StreamYard, you know what I'm saying? So I was kind of late on getting that most of the interview. But I'm gonna reload it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna re-upload it, of course. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all following us on all platforms. Full Time Father Podcast. We got the most recent, you know what I'm saying, episode that we just uploaded on YouTube in the background playing. So y'all check it out, man. Hey, love y'all. There's no love like all love. You heard me? Full Time Father Podcast. We out here.